All right, so we just got updated January 9th that interest rates came down for the first time in the last 3 years under 6%. And the reason I think this is important to cover is because, look, I'm on the ground making phone calls, talking to sellers, talking to buyers day in and day out. And one of the main complaints that sellers had was interest rates are just too high. We don't want to sell our house. Right now, we're locked in at a 2% rate, 3% rate, 4% rate. And now we're getting closer to a number that is going to allow sellers to be more confident in relocating, putting their house on the market, and trading that interest rate so that they could find something more comfortable. Sellers have been tolerating not being able to relocate, not being able to downsize, just allowing interest rates to settle down before making a move. And now we may possibly start to see that shift. So what this means for you as a seller, a buyer, or an investor is what I want to go over with you. So first, let's talk about it on the buying end. Now there's going to be more buyers that are capable of qualifying to purchase more property. Case in point, back in October 2023, interest rates were as high as 7%. And according to a Yahoo Finance article, now interest rates are as low as 5.86%. This is a $64,000 difference in affordability. The buyer who could only afford $451,000 of a home back in October 2022 can now afford a home worth $515,000. That's a massive difference. And there was a lot of buyers that unfortunately weren't able to get approved who now may be capable of entering the race because of this slight improvement. Now, are we expecting more buyers to join the race in finding a home now that they're capable of affording more? I definitely think so. Now, what does this mean for sellers? Well, it's gotten a little bit more affordable for buyers, which means that there's going to be more buyers injected into the market pool. And now, because interest rates are lower, there's going to be some sellers that were on the fence on selling until interest rates came down, that they're finally going to confidently take that step forward and make the next move. I don't think we're going to see a rush of 50% or 100% more sellers entering the market and inventory just going crazy. But I do anticipate sellers pacing themselves back into the market. And as interest rates continue to come even lower, inventory will definitely increase and go up. So if you've been thinking about selling, I think this is a great time to still do it, considering that it is a seller's market, depending on your local area. I'm in the Rockland County, New York and Bergen County, New Jersey area. So in this particular market, it is still a seller's market. And I think that inventory is still relatively low. However, if interest rates continue to come down, inventory is likely to increase, allowing demand to come down, depending on how many buyers get injected into the marketplace. But inventory has been so low that welcoming more houses into the market is definitely going to balance out the supply and the demand. Homes are potentially going to become more affordable as they already have, given the same price range based on the interest rate. But if more inventory spike up, there could be a potential for sellers to have a little bit less of an edge that they do now. So if you're thinking about selling, I would definitely consider to do it sooner rather than later before interest rates continue to come down, more houses continue to come on the market, and it ends up becoming a little bit more competitive for you as a seller. Now for investors. As you guys know, I personally like to invest in real estate myself. I buy and hold properties. I buy, renovate, flip properties. I do it all. And what I could tell you as an investor is it's always a good time to buy real estate. I don't like the notion of going with what everybody else is doing in the market and thinking, oh, well, I just have to wait until times get better. I love the quote that goes, buy real estate and wait, don't wait to buy real estate. And the reason I say that is because in any market, as long as you're working with the right team and you're working with the right agent and you're working with the right people, you may be able to locate good enough deals that you could purchase for cash that need work, add value to them, and still create an opportunity for yourself. And I strongly recommend that you work with an investor-friendly agent and that understand what is going on behind the scenes so that you're not just shopping around for retail deals and you're capable of sourcing investor deals that have enough margins for you to be profitable. All right, guys, that's my opinion on the new interest rate drop. Let me know what you think down below. I would love to hear about your opinion. If you think it's a good thing for sellers, if you think it's a bad thing for sellers, what do you think about buyers, investors, how you think this is going to impact the economy? Let me know down below. My name is Jose Rodriguez, team leader of the REJ team. And for any of your real estate needs, feel free to reach out to me at the email located down below. Catch you guys later.